So, yes. Well, this is all about diving into the unknown and following the calling. So, this video is gonna resonate for a lot of people, but it's not gonna resonate for everyone. You know, it just depends on your level of comfort. It depends on where you're at in your life. But yeah, I mean, before I decided to take the plunge and change my life very, very drastically to the point that I, live out of my car type of thing, and I sold everything and blah, 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 blah. I really thought I was going crazy. And the reason why I'm making this video is because this is for the people that feel like they have a desire, feel like they have these ideas and they don't know how to execute them. When you are on the path to your own happiness, honestly, when you are on this path to authenticity, many times your intuition is going to speak to you, and it's gonna sound really fucking crazy. And this is exactly what happened with me. My intuition spoke to me, and I was just like, what? Because the thing is that I kind of knew what was gonna happen already before it happened. You know, this video is not easy to film because there was just a lot of things that happened that took me to where I am now and made me make the decision of living in my car. I knew, I knew that there was a potential because I knew that I was gonna go through a hard time. I had that feeling that it was time to get out of my comfort zone. It was time to take risks, and I knew that it was time to work hard, but not as far as working hours, but just work hard towards something, like be tunnel vision for a purpose, right? So this is where the idea of the car thing kind of came through. And anyway, I just kind of want to talk about how I thought I was going crazy, bro. I really thought I was going crazy because, I mean, you hear these things when people kind of take these drastic measures and these drastic moves. I mean, I had everything. Like, I look back and I had a really good life, and I just gave everything up just like that so I can become, I don't know, more financially independent and change my energy and go to the other side of the world. And, there has to be a point where I thought I was going crazy, and there sure as hell was. Another thing is that people thought I was crazy. People like my family thought I was going crazy. Like, a lot of people thought I was going crazy, and then I also thought I was going crazy because I knew that was a really crazy move. I mean, who gets out of their apartment, their beautiful apartment on the beach, and lives out of their car, right? Of course, I had other intentions. I wanted to be in Europe. I wanted to travel more, but I needed to do more grounding. I needed to do more healing. I realized that it's like I was leaving the nest. I was really leaving the nest. The nest is, your everyday life, your comfort. That's your nest. So I needed to, when you leave your nest, you face parts of yourself that are insecure. And I think now, looking back, this whole car experience gave me the ability to feel more secure within me, so I can then take that sense of security, take that sense of self-assurance, and take it to the other side of the world whenever that really does happen, if it's really in the cards for me. When I say take it to the other side of the world, it's not just traveling for fun. I want to do it for work, more for living there, right? I still don't even know at this point if I even want to do that, because many times we also have this idea that, yeah, I want this, but it's not that you want this thing, it's not that you desire this thing, it's that you desire the feeling of that, right? So many times when people come and ask for my help, they think that they had this certain problem, but the truth is that it's a whole other set of issues that they have to work on. It's interconnected, so yeah, it's understandable, but the deeper issue is something else. So I also saw that as that, So it also made me think that I was crazy. And you hear these stories about people that move in their car, or people that take these really drastic measures and they go a little cuckoo, they don't really recover. So I knew that this was going to be like a really big risk for me, as far as my mental health, because shit, I'm trying to like make my dreams come true kind of thing, but I'm doing something that is kind of against my beliefs, right? I didn't think that living out of my car was going to take me to my dreams, even though I knew that that was a possibility, and that's the only reason why I did it. I just want to talk about the moments that I decided to move in my car and how it all happened. I was looking for roommates, and roommates weren't really happening. I kept coming across the same type of narcissistic people and patterns, and I just knew that the only way that I was gonna break those patterns was if I moved into my car. Of course, that is diving into the unknown for me, because I don't know what the hell is really happening. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't really have a plan for that, but it kept coming up for me in my mind. So one day, which was a few days before I decided this is what I want to do, it's been roaming in my mind already for months. One day, this was like a few months ago, I kept hearing, like, things weren't going right, and I kept hearing in my head, why are you still in prison when the door is wide open? And that kept repeating in my head over and over again. That is actually a Rumi quote, and it kept repeating in my head a lot. And I just knew that it was talking to me. I knew that it had to do with me. So I took it as a sign that there was another option for me, right? There was something that I can do. And that's when I became even more frustrated one day, and then I heard a greater voice in my head. It's almost like I could hear it outside my head, but it's really inside my head. I heard like this greater voice, and I felt this force that said, just get in the car. It's almost like when my spirit guides or whoever it is talking to me, my higher self, was saying like, hey, why are you still in prison when the door's wide open? Kind of like, hey, you can go, hey, you can do other things, hey, you don't have to be confined into these four walls and do it like everybody else. You can do it different. And so because I wasn't getting the message, or because I wasn't really taking the plunge to just be like, well, this is what it is, I'm gonna live in my car, that's what it all means, right? I wasn't making that decision just yet. It's almost like the voice got frustrated with me, and I literally felt like somebody grabbed me by the shoulders and was like, just get in the car. Just get in the car. And also, I remember just having this desire to start driving. Like, I just wanted to drive because I really felt like I was in prison. I was just in situations, again, possibilities that I just didn't like. And I've spoken about that in another video. That's why I made my videos a two-part thing when I talked about living out of my car. Because there was just a lot of different things, components that were just pushing me towards that direction. And when I actually got in my car, I also, like, as I was getting in my car, I heard, like, and take Chloe, And I was like, okay. I started driving, and I just started driving wherever, and then kind of led myself to a space where I really liked. I went to the beach, and then all of a sudden I found myself, when I got to the beach and I parked, it was like my eyes lit up, and it was a huge aha moment where I was like, oh my God, I think I need to do this. It was just like, I can do this. I can hang out here, and I can live out of my car, and I can go to other places, and and I was like, oh my God, I can do this. It felt like a really awesome aha moment. But there was a catch. The catch is that aha moments don't last. You get these beautiful, bright ideas, but then all of a sudden reality hits you, fear hits you, money hits you, whatever it is that it's, the obstacles hit you, and you're just kind of like, oh shit, like, I don't really know if this is what I should do. And then many times we talk ourselves out of what we really want to do. And so the reason why I'm making this video is because I hope that, one of you or several of you are going through a situation where you're trying to make a decision and you don't know what to do. If you think you're going nuts, I promise you, you're not going nuts. And what I suggest is try to get yourself a support system. Try to get help from someone that can see you without judgment, and then ask yourself, what are my desires? What are my desires? What do I truly desire? Forget the word want. What do I truly desire in my life? And I think that if you meddle with that a little bit, you will come to, different conclusions and how it is that you want to live your life. And actually, if you want it enough, it's going to start to manifest. And things are going to start to rearrange, aka fall apart, for this dream, this thing to come through. So if you're also caught up in a situation where life is falling apart, check your desires. What have you been desiring? Because when things start to fall apart, we start to freak out and we don't really know how to handle it. But check yourself. Check what are the things that are really important to you and see why it is that things are falling apart. I think that I just followed my desires. And even the word desire is very high vibrational, because now you're speaking to your soul. You are speaking to what you really want. So it's very important, if you are on the path to developing yourself, to making moves, making moves for your life, to ask yourself, what do I truly desire? And let that simmer in your head and write it down every day. What I desire. I desire coffee. I desire hugs. I desire to travel. I desire what? What do I desire? And let yourself be guided through that question. Turns out now that I am actually not crazy, that I've actually been just following my intuition, because a lot of beautiful things have happened. I have a lot more freedom. I feel more fulfilled. I'm dating, and it's a very beautiful, healthy relationship, which I've never had before. I could really consider myself to be a high-value woman. I am understanding so many things that I didn't understand before. It's always like, when you think you know, you don't know. For anyone who is really trying to break through in life, you are not crazy. You have to make mistakes, you have to take risks, but also try to find yourself a support system where you find yourself in trouble, you can reach out, and somebody can listen to you and ground you and help you feel safe. Many times, make sure that person supports your vision, or at least can see you unconditionally, so that person can give you the best advice. So yeah, guys, I think that's about it. I'm gonna leave it at that, and I love you all. Don't forget to check me out in my socials, and I'll see you guys next time. Mwah. Bye.